Okay, welcome back to Peppo Coin Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back with your daily crypto news and analysis as usual. We'll be talking about a number of things that are happening behind this space at the US governmental level today, and they're going to pick up speed. In the end, I would conclude that it will make it possible to integrate and use this technology, but first, if you like this video and haven't joined to the channel yet, please do so by the end of it so that you can join the more than 200,000 crypto enthusiasts. I would want to express my gratitude to every one of you for not only supporting the channel but also helping us reach over 200,000. It's completely insane. I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you. We are appreciative of your time spent viewing the content and helping this channel flourish. Many thanks to all of you. Having stated that, let's get started. Without further ado, let's begin with the recent events surrounding the SEC. There have been a lot of significant dismissals and pause lawsuits lately, from what we were accustomed to seeing in, say, 2020 to about 2024, and essentially the end of last year. Even before Gary Gensler departed the office, it's a total 180. I think it's crazy that we've started to see even more cases being launched. However, if we look closely, we can see that Binance was the first significant company to be either suspended or sacked. And as we can see, that was in the start of February. Coinbase followed at the end of February, followed by OpenSea, as well as Justin Sun with Tron Consensus, Gemini, Uniswap, and Robinhood. Thus, in February alone, there were more than 8 cases that were either postponed or dismissed, and there have been roughly 3 so far in March. I do anticipate that many more cases will be rejected outright, put on hold, or just radically changed in the future. Even though they have already completely changed their mind, the SEC will likely take many more actions that will not only be positive for cryptocurrency but also ultimately spur a great deal of innovation in the US. In addition to this, Coinbase recently stated that they wanted to see a revolution in cryptocurrency in the United States. With 36 audacious suggestions, it calls on the SEC to restructure the responsibilities of digital assets in order to promote innovation, create clarity, and position the US as a leader in the cryptocurrency space. Coinbase demands immediate action on tokenized securities, including unambiguous classifications and regulatory relief. The new crypto task force at the SEC is also paying attention. Is this the time that cryptocurrency in the US finally receives approval, given the White House and Congress are already involved? Sincerely, I think we are getting closer to receiving that approval. I believe that there will be a significant change in the cryptocurrency landscape in the United States as well. Tokenization has been gaining momentum thus far. Through tokenization efforts, we have roughly $20 billion on the chain. Already, several of the major players are taking part, therefore it makes sense to have a full adoption phase of this technology in the United States over the next few months and perhaps even years outside of the United States. We're already seeing some significant movements, aren't we? Crypto is being invaded by BRICS. Australia recently made a significant move into the cryptocurrency space. Therefore, it makes sense for the US to really step up and get things going in a really constructive direction. Given that Coinbase is a US-based business, I believe they are also aware of this. They're hiring already. They're hiring like crazy. It's crazy that they're hiring over 1,000 more staff members, I believe they stated. Beyond that, though, don't forget about the Ripple case when we relocate here, right? Not to be overlooked is the Ripple case. In fact, many people are asking when the SEC would declare that the case against Ripple is essentially over. Like every one of these other instances, Eleanor Tourette, however, provided a very helpful perspective. Not yet, she responded, as the withdrawal needs to be formally approved by the Commission. Following that, we'll probably see a press release such to the one the SEC issued a few weeks ago regarding the dismissal of the complaint against Coinbase. The Commission will most likely discuss the Ripple dismissal at the next closed-door meeting, which is this Thursday. The Commission often handles litigation and enforcement issues during the secret meetings. There wasn't a closed meeting listed on the agenda for today. The main focus this next week will be on perhaps seeing that announcement. To reiterate, similar to Brad Garlinghouse's first revelation that the lawsuit was essentially finished, I do believe that news will likely be made within the next 2 weeks and will serve as a significant boost for Ripple and XRP. However, once more, the fact that Ripple has that clearance essentially implies that both Ripple and XRP are ready to be released, and they may be released in the US in significant quantities if we do witness the financial industry adopting Ripple products, which I do believe will occur. In addition, Stuart Alarati, the Chief Legal Officer and CLO of Ripple, gave us a significant update. Ripple responded to the statements made by Commissioner Hester Pierce on February 21st. Today, there must be a mechanism to get the public to comment on the crypto taxonomy guidelines that Dylan Lyric goes on. I can't get any relief. There's too much confusion. Confusion served as a cover for the previous administration's disregard for the law. We implore the SEC Gov's Crypto Task Group to remain committed, adhere to its legislative boundaries, go back to the fundamentals, and ultimately provide relief through clarity. Once more, Coinbase is pushing for, a complete green light on cryptocurrency in the US, just like they are saying over here. The same is being done by Ripple. It implies a lot that these crypto firms are situated in the United States, and when we examine the entire breakdown here, it's clear that they're discussing how the SEC has done nothing but cause confusion in the cryptocurrency market. They are advising them to actually get things started in order to clear up any confusion, introduce transparent roles, collaborate with the industry, and let them know that in essence, we want a guide that we can follow. You can sort of refer back to that guidance whenever you are a blockchain company to make sure everything, makes sense. We essentially need that in this situation, just clear guidelines. Furthermore, we were able to draw attention to the actions of Congress. Therefore, legislation pertaining to stablecoin and market structure is being actively considered by Congress. Creating new legal guidelines for cryptocurrency assets is the responsibility of legislators. The Crypto Task Force seems to agree that the SEC should go back to its core values and work to offer clear market guidance while staying within the parameters of current laws. That's what we truly desire once more. So far, that has not been present. In plainer terms, the SEC has no jurisdiction over the majority of digital assets and consequently the majority of transactions involving them. Only securities and securities transactions as defined by the Securities Act of 1933 and the Securities Exchange Act of 1934 may be regulated by it. Only the authorities granted by Congress are available to agencies, and enabling legislation is typically not a blank canvas on which the agency can add pages and alter the plot. Furthermore, the declaration on meme coins from February 27th is a welcome illustration of this strategy in just 2 pages, since Based on current legislation, it states unequivocally that meme coins are not subject to federal securities laws and are hence not under the SEC's purview. However, as the statement points out, other federal and state authorities are still able to monitor those assets and policy abuses even in the absence of SEC oversight. Apart from that, we have to start with the fundamentals, which is essentially confirming that we are aware of and capable of categorizing particular projects, or in this case, assets, as either securities or commodities. The Howey test, which has always been regarded as a major issue in the cryptocurrency space since we're attempting to apply a method that is more than 79 years old to define what crypto assets are, is where we really see the focus being placed. Similar to recently created cryptocurrency assets, 2008 is considered the year that cryptocurrency first gained popularity. The 79-year-old law is being applied to cryptocurrency. It's illogical. On top of that, however, we do have the fact that enforcement incorrectly substituted speculation for investment under this legislation. It was incorrect to replace a shared enterprise with a shared interest in the token's worth or feasibility. The simple act of selling a valuable item turned into a capital raise. A Howey was used to arbitrarily redefine the investment contract subject as a crypto asset security.